Good morning, everyone. First of all, welcome to Museum Ghibli. My name is Ratuhana, and I will be the one to take you around to the museum today. I hope you all have a really good day because we're gonna have some walk and explore the museum together.
Here we start from the south gate, and this is our very first meetup with one of our beloved Ghibli character, Totoro. We can see Totoro is selling the ticket. So if you wanna buy the ticket to enter the museum, you can buy it here. But keep in mind that ticket to Studio Ghibli Museum tend to sell out, so usually you can buy it here even though Totoro is there selling the tickets. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any for you. Make sure to instead buy your tickets with your travel agent in your local country, or you can buy them from a vending machine in convenience store, and that process is all in Japanese. From Totoro, we go straight a little, then on our left we can see a beautiful Wotapampu. Now we're visiting another unique places. There's a red door on the yellow exterior wall. This is the Straw Hat Cafe. The theme is from one of popular anime movie called One Piece. Wooden table and chairs. A small courtyard. A wood burning stove that is very useful in winter. They also use a special tableware. Here's a menu. They have a special menu that we can take away. Once you enter, there's a place for exchange your ticket. The main museum building, you'll find yourself in a central hall. Here you'll hand the paper ticket and be given the special one. That's a piece of actual film. Which film you'll get and from what movies, it's actually completely random. And this is the example of it. Now, as you go down the long stairs, the light illuminates the atrium hall. The sky is there if you look up. The stained glasses whose brightness change depending on how the light enters. The spiral staircase that extends to the ceiling. It's not all of it yet. From here, it's about 1 per 3 tall. There's 2 floors. The elevator just came. Now, where shall we go next? We almost forgot the first floor permanent exhibition room. The thoughts from Miyazaki-san that the staff received comes from this place. He put the image inside himself. Fantasy, premonitions, and sketches, the movies begins here. Now we're going to children play area, the Neko bus. Children below elementary level can play in the big cat bus in this place. Of course, children who enter will be limited for safety and comfort. It's a shame that adults can come to play, but the Ghibli Museum has also prepared chairs with a similar shape that we can sit on. This is a zoetrope. The theme is Totoro Pion Pion, or we call it Ugoku Hajime no Hea, or the movement room. Okay, before we keep looking inside, I'm gonna show you this guide map that will be given during your visit. As you can see, there's many areas we can explore, and there is no guide path through the museum. One of the most recognizable image from the Studio Ghibli Museum is the giant robot from Castle in the Sky movies, which is on the rooftop. The robot's shoulder calmly look down to all visitors and the museum, and it's a great place to take pictures when you come, because we all know inside of the museum is not allowed to take one. Make sure to look around freely and look at Kashta Park. This is the view from up here. We all can say this museum is really special. It's about exploring and looking around, not allowing yourself to be guided, but discover on your own. In the word of Miyazaki-san himself, he wanted to create a museum that is interesting and which is relax the soul, a museum where much can be discovered, a museum based on the clear philosophy, a museum that who seek enjoyment can enjoy, and those who seek feel can feel. Now we're going to one of the highlight visits that will be the Saturn Theater within the Studio Ghibli Museum. At this theater, they air an original short animated film written and directed by Miyazaki-san. The Saturn Theater is a small theater in the basement of the museum with only about 80 seats. In there, you can watch an original short animated film from Studio Ghibli, which can only be seen in the museum theater. A blue sky and lots of colorful flowers are drawn on the ceiling and the walls. When the films end, the windows open and the sunshine comes in. You can sit on a little red bench or the back seat to see the big screen without being blocked. So make sure to take time during your next visit to watch one of these beautiful animated films. We're going into Mama Yuto. This is the shop inside the museum selling original items. Start opening at 10:15 a.m. after the museum opens from 10 a.m. An intention to slow down the opening hours. They want the visitor to actually enter the World Museum before come and looking for that world here. While looking at the pictures and design, I'm gonna brief history of Studio Ghibli. The Studio Ghibli Museum, or known as Mitakanomori Ghibli Bijutsukan, is the animation and art museum of Miyazaki Hayao Studio Ghibli, one of Japan's most famous animation studio. They have produced many feature-length films with worldwide distributions such as My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea. And this room is the hall where Miyazaki drew the image and building before it was made. With overall design of his son, Goro Miyazaki, create the aim of being the place to always create and seek new works, experience them, and discover them. The planning construction for the museum started on 1998 and the construction began in March 2000. After complete, the museum opened on October 1, 2001. Visitors are limited. The museum itself is whimsically designed in the stick style of studio's film, and many of the famous characters are there, including a life-size robot from Castle in the Sky that we already visit in the rooftop garden. This is a miniature of Studio Ghibli Museum we have visited. Lastly, I will show you interesting things we can get and buy from the Studio Ghibli Museum. the end of our journey. Hopefully, this virtual tour leave a good impression. Let me excuse myself and thank you for your attention.